Bienvenidos, welcome. My name is Lady Diana. I am a sex and a life coach. And today I was almost in a rush to come and deliver this message, to come and share. I was feeling I was taking a shower and I was like, oh my God, there's so many things that I want to say and that I wanted to offer. So I'm feeling really inspired. And that's usually where I go to when things get challenging. I really try to go to see where's the inspiration, where is there the opportunity to create something beautiful. And to be honest, with this coronavirus, it didn't really hit me until a few days ago, where I went to the supermarket and there was literally like one can of beans in the shelf. And as I looked at it, the shelves were empty. I don't know, I got this strange feeling in my stomach. Maybe it was a little bit of fear or a little bit of just, I don't know, it almost felt like 9/11 for a moment. It was like, oh my God, this is not good. This is not a good thing. So I wanted to come on and offer some ways that we can make the best out of the situation, ways that we can create opportunities for connection, for joy, for community. This is a beautiful time. So for us to think about us and that we are together in this, and not so much me or I, or what are we needing individually, but really tap into the collective. So I know that my gym in the building is closed. There's so many places that are closing, and I think it actually gives us so much free time, which is ironic because I feel during normal times, free time is something that seems a little scarce, or that we're always too busy to do the things that we really love or want to do, or we're too busy to take a nap or spend time with family, or really connect and be quiet or meditate. And I feel like now we're being forced to have more time, right? A lot of offices are closing, businesses are closing, and it's an amazing time to use this time. And I want to just say also and add to that it is beautiful and very important to stay informed, to know what's going on. It is powerful to have the information, but I also think it's important not to spend our whole days checking in on the coronavirus, because the mind is so important right now. Our intention is so important right now. Our inner energy space is so important right now, because it's not just what happens to the body. The mind can make you sick, your emotions can make you sick. So the invitation is to find a healthy balance between being super informed and knowing what's going on so you can take the necessary precautions, but also giving your mind a break from the panic and the fear and the worry and the stress, and tap into other things like joy and connection. I feel that I am so grateful for the internet during this time. Usually I'm like, oh my God, the internet, and we're all like sucked into our devices. But I feel that is such a beautiful platform to really support each other during this time. So I just wanted to give some ideas on ways that we can really create moments of joy and create moments of contribution and growth. And I've spoken about the ACE factor before in a different video, ways to feel alive, connected, and empowered. So some ideas that have been really useful for me and some of the people around me. My lover and I have this practice that we celebrate holidays on random days. So a few days ago, we both celebrated our birthdays. Like, we go full on, like we actually pretend that it's our birthday. And we say, oh, happy birthday, and we do little special dinner or a massage or something to make it real. And we often do that for Christmas. We may just stay in bed in the morning and put on some Christmas movie and just pretend that it's Christmas. And I think this reminds me of the movie Life is Beautiful, and that our imagination is so important, our creativity is so important. So if you're at home with your kids and there's this whole panic of the virus outside, why not create some magic inside? Why not go into our own worlds for a little bit and just create really magical moments of joy? It's such an opportunity to be creative. There's so many ways that we can use our gifts and our creativity. So another opportunity, whether you're using your gift, what's supposed to come through you in this world, in life or not, this is such a beautiful time to explore that. If you're a poet, if you're a singer, if you're a dancer, if you're any kind of artistry, it's such a beautiful time to share it now. Maybe share it with your friends, create a Facebook group, a little community, and offer what's beautiful about you to other people. I think the biggest opportunity that we have here is an opportunity to come together, an opportunity to really find, or really get curious. I think that's a better way to say it. How can we get curious about the benefits of the situation? How can we get curious about ways to connect more? When was the last time you wrote a letter and gave it to someone, even if they're right next to you? Just write them a letter or a note. And these are some games that we play with my relationship coaching, just different ways to communicate that take you out of the norm. Whether you're passing little notes underneath the table while having dinner, just really finding the courage to still be joyful, because it does take courage, right? There's a lot of stress going on. There's a lot of reasons to go into panic and to hide and feel small. And I don't know, man, but I'm feeling this rush of energy, because I feel like difficult times are the times to show up. Difficult times are the times to practice all those quotes that you've been putting out all year and liking, all these inspirational things. This is the time to show up and do it, and embrace that, and find the beauty in everything that's happening. And this is not to discount or suppress any things that have to be felt. If you are feeling fear, take a moment and let fear come through you. If you're feeling doubt or stress or worry, or if you're sick yourself or a family member, it's not about pretending that things are not happening. Definitely not. I think it's healthy to feel everything fully, but to feel everything, and not just the bad, and not just the heavy, and not just the darkness. And this also takes me back of my heavy widow days when my husband had just passed. It sucks when things suck. There's no way to really change that sometimes. Like, things can suck big time. But I definitely found that even in those moments, and for me, that was one of the darkest moments that I have felt, even in those moments, if I was willing, I definitely found moments that brought me joy, and moments that made me laugh. I think laughing is something so important. And I've been seeing so many really hilarious memes that I think are also helpful, and we should celebrate that. So ask yourself, what can I contribute? What can I contribute during this time? It might be to make a meal for someone. It might be to offer your gift, like I said, in an online community. It may be to spend more time feeding you, right? So then you can be able to give good energy to others. And I'm a sex coach, so I'm gonna say this. It's a great time for self-pleasure. Have a freaking masturbation party. If you're unable to touch another, really is such a beautiful time to explore your body and different ways to bring you pleasure, because we also want those chemicals on our side. We want dopamine and oxytocin and endorphins. We want those on our side when we're dealing with difficulty, because they become allies. They become really support, and little air under our wings, when we get a little tired or discouraged, or we start to worry. So yes, finding creative ways to show up, finding creative ways to support each other. There's a beautiful Facebook group in my building, and I'm actually thinking of just going on there and saying, hey, what are some ways that we can do things together, support each other. And I think this is what's gonna make us get through this together as a community, as a world community. So look around you. Maybe someone that you haven't reached out in a while, maybe someone that is in a city that is experiencing the heavier part of the coronavirus. Reach out, send them a message, send them and hey, I'm thinking about you, you're in my thoughts. And it's almost it's funny because I recently had a friend pass and I made a video about that, and it's the same thing. Why wait to appreciate people after, right? So if you are healthy, can you spend extra time together and add extra time for cuddles and kisses if you're in a partnership where you're both feeling good, or with your kids or with your pets? So I don't know. I think is definitely a challenging time, but challenging times have so many opportunities to really help us. So that's my message for today. I think I said a lot. So please leave a comment. Tell me some ways that you are staying alive, that you are staying connected, and that you are staying empowered. And I would really love to kind of, I'm gonna come on a little bit more often, just because I feel that time calls it. So I would love to have a little bit more interaction with you guys, and also hear some of your tips, some of your tricks, what are you doing? And I would love to support and even use my Facebook page to spread any message or help out in any kind of events that I can. There's one more thing that I remember one girl doing during my yoga certification. She was doing 30 days of dance, and she would put these like quirky, funny dance videos every day. It could be 10 seconds. It could be 20 seconds. It could be 5 seconds. Just finding ways to move the energy, so energy doesn't become stuck, so energy doesn't become stagnant. So finding ways to move the energy around you so we can all show up and do our part, mentally, energetically, emotionally. So I really believe that that's gonna make us heal faster, and that we're gonna come out stronger, and that we're really having the opportunity to raise the consciousness right now. So I also want to leave you with some books, if you have some time now to read some really amazing books that are helpful. So there's Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza, You Are the Placebo. And it talks so much about the mind and the body and the connection, and the importance of really staying focused on what you want to happen physically, even in order to heal, or even in order to prevent illness. Men's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl is also a beautiful, really beautiful masterpiece on just resilience and making the best out of a situation. And for movies, I mentioned Life is Beautiful. So please, if you have book ideas, movie ideas, just things that could keep us all inspired and motivated to make the best out of the situation, I want to hear from you too. So I am about to go into an 8-hour training actually right now, which is pretty intense, but I'm grateful that I have the extra time for it. And I want to send you hugs and kisses. If you know me personally, you know I'm usually hugging people more than I should. So I'm definitely hungry for more of that. So I am sending you all the energy, all the good juju, and I'll definitely be coming on every day to just offer a little sprinkle, offer a little bit of my gift, because that really makes me feel alive, connected, and empowered. Ciao, ciao.